They are Taiwan's most feared and powerful criminal syndicate. More dangerous than the Yakuza, more secretive than the triads, and more ruthless than the Mexican cartels. For decades, the United Bamboo Gang, Juanbong, has dominated Taiwan's underworld, controlling drug trafficking, extortion, illegal gambling, arms smuggling, and even political corruption. Founded in the 1950s, they emerged as a secret brotherhood of Chinese refugees, but soon evolved into a global crime empire, extending their reach into China, Hong Kong, Southeast Asia, the US, and beyond. But their power comes at a cost. Loyalty is absolute. Betrayal means death. How did a street gang of refugees rise to become one of the world's most dangerous triads? Who are the leaders behind their billion-dollar empire? And how far does their influence truly reach? Today, we uncover the terrifying truth about the United Bamboo Gang, their ruthless operations, violent past, and their chilling grip on Taiwan and beyond. The origins. The birth of the United Bamboo Gang. The United Bamboo Gang was not born in a boardroom. It was forged in the chaos of war and exile. In the late 1940s, as the Chinese Communist Revolution swept through the mainland, millions of refugees fled to Taiwan, carrying little more than their past and a desperate fight for survival. Among them were exiled Kuomintang, KMT, soldiers, former criminals, and young men with nothing to lose. Taiwan in the 1950s was a land of uncertainty. The nationalist government, led by Chiang Kai-shek, ruled the island under martial law, fearing a communist invasion. Poverty was rampant, and law enforcement was weak. In this chaotic environment, a new force emerged in the shadows. A secret brotherhood formed in the back alleys and gambling dens of Taipei. They called themselves the Bamboo Union, Julanbong, a name that would later evolve into the United Bamboo Gang. What began as a small street gang soon grew into a formidable criminal network, enforcing its own laws, running gambling rings, extortion rackets, and drug networks. But their real power came not from the streets, but from their deep connections with Taiwan's political and military elite. By the 1960s, the gang was no longer just a loose collection of street thugs. It had become a highly structured, secretive organization modeled after ancient Chinese brotherhoods. The code of the United Bamboo Gang, unlike ordinary street gangs, the United Bamboo Gang follows an ancient code of honor, loyalty, and absolute secrecy. To join, recruits must swear blood oaths, pledging their loyalty for life. The gang operates under a strict hierarchy. Dragon Head, Dai Lo, the supreme leader, ruling from the shadows. Red Poles, the enforcers, responsible for discipline and assassinations. White Paper Fans, the masterminds, handling business and political ties. 49ers, the street-level operatives, carrying out extortion and smuggling. Blue Lanterns, recruits in training, proving their worth. Once inside, there is only one way out: death. Members who betray the gang are met with brutal punishments, often public, as a warning to others. Loyalty is not an option, it is a requirement for survival. Global expansion. From Taiwan to the world. From the 1970s onward, the United Bamboo Gang expanded rapidly, infiltrating politics, business, and international crime networks. In Taiwan, they controlled nightclubs, casinos, and extortion rackets. In China and Hong Kong, they worked with triads to traffic drugs and weapons. In Southeast Asia, they smuggled heroin from the Golden Triangle. In the United States, they engaged in murder for hire, fraud, and illegal gambling. By the 1990s, the United Bamboo Gang had become a global criminal empire linked to drug lords, arms dealers, and corrupt politicians. They were no longer just Taiwan's underworld rulers. They were a transnational syndicate, rivaling even the Yakuza and triads. But their power came at a price, as Taiwan's government declared all-out war on organized crime. The war against the United Bamboo Gang. As the United Bamboo Gang's influence grew, so did government crackdowns. In 1984, a notorious assassination of a Chinese-American journalist, Henry Liu, was traced back to the gang, causing international outrage. In 2007, Taiwanese authorities arrested hundreds of gang members, dismantling key operations. In 2018, police launched Operation Thunder, targeting the gang's financial networks. But despite the arrests, the United Bamboo Gang adapted, moving deeper underground. They shifted from street crime to white-collar crime, laundering billions through real estate, casinos, and cryptocurrency. The United Bamboo Gang never disappeared. They simply evolved. A warning to the world: the United Bamboo Gang is more than just a criminal syndicate. They are a shadow empire, one that has survived war, political crackdowns, and global manhunts. But crime always has consequences. For every powerful gangster, there is a prison cell, a grave, or a bullet waiting. The question is, will the world ever be free of their influence? Or will the United Bamboo Gang continue to reign from the shadows? Subscribe for more true crime documentaries. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below.